Here's a look at PlayStation Home, March 2010. In stark contrast from PlayStation Home February 2010, there's a different menu. That doesn't stop me from reviewing it, because experiences differ each time you go to PlayStation Home. It's never the same day twice, unless you're living in Groundhog Day. Okay, so they put in a rainbow, but still no flamethrowers. Priorities, guys. Priorities. You know what's boring? Every color in the rainbow. You know what's exciting? Every color when somebody's running away from you on fire, flailing their arms. And what Home needs is more excitement. More importantly, it needs music. It needs more music. It needs a constant soundtrack. Think about it. When you go to a bar, is it quiet? No, there's always music playing in the background. And I know there's copyright issues with music in public performances and whatnot, but you're Sony. You own a music company. If you really want something cheap, I'll send you some recordings of my Edison cylinders that are 100 years old and way out of copyright. Some lady singing about her wash basin would be better than nothing. Home is a great meeting place, but it's still a bit difficult to invite a large group of people at once. Also, the American version of Home doesn't seem to be compatible with the European version. There's a whole lot of things that could be smoothed out, but this time I traveled to some other people's apartments and locations, because a number of games are coming out now with special add-ons for Home, like Batman Arkham Asylum, which gives you a Bat Cave, complete with a Batmobile that you can't steal and drive. What's the point of owning a Batmobile if you can't drive the thing and cause chaos? Come on. Also, when you're in other people's space, even if they invite you, you cannot in turn invite other people. This all adds to the complications when trying to get a lot of people together, moving from location to location. So I feel like I'm just picking Home apart without mercy, but what this thing does well is allow you to hang out in a Batcave or a London pub with people from Canada, California, Colorado, New Jersey, and Texas all at once. And that's cool, even if talking with everybody at the same time is a bit difficult. Inviting people and coordinating at the same time is a pain in the ass too, but I found that Twitter works well for that. A giant thank you to the group of guys here who did hang out in Home, helping out with this review. They dropped out one by one as the evening progressed, though. Some of them had to go study, putting education ahead of video games. That almost sounds responsible. Not me, though. I've been through all that. So what's new at the Star Wars store? I'd like to buy an AT-AT, or at least an ATST. Give me some vehicles so I can run around and stomp things. In general, not much changes month to month in PlayStation Home, but if you look closely, you'll find that new items are added periodically, including some cool new outfits in the Star Wars store. Everything's better when you're dressed as a Sith Lord. In general, if you drop by Home frequently, I think you'll find that most changes take place in the mall.
Sale! 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 Get the summer house for $2.99. Don't forget your sunblock. Lakeside log cabin? You betcha! $2.99. Even President Lincoln never lived like this. Or both for just $4.99. Casting spells got you tired? Chill out in the Wizard's Den. Only $1.99. $1.99? Are you out of your mind? Yes! Magnus in the background going crazy.
That's a nice ad. They must be slashing prices like crazy. For a couple bucks, you can live in a wizard's den as a stormtrooper. It's got that going for it. But you don't have to spend any money at all in PlayStation Home to outfit your character with some cool gear or decorate an apartment. If you look for it, there's lots of free stuff, and games like Tekken 6 are coming out with arcade machines that you can unlock for Home. Well, let's look at some other free stuff like my second apartment and other environments created by game companies and sports drinks. We're in Ryan's apartment here, and this disco dance floor is awesome, but let's hear what it really sounds like without music. Let's head over to the square from a game company. Not exactly what I expected, but they did have some music and more of a creative background. It has a carnival feel, and it has a shooting game where you can win the R-Type spaceship, but you can't fly it around and shoot things. The more you come back to home, the more you'll find these kinds of places popping up, sometimes with neat little things that you can find hiding in the corners. But they all have the same problem. What can you really do with them? So I want an R-Type spaceship. You know what? Give me a new level in R-Type. Just a suggestion. Things like that would really make home exciting. Let's go somewhere else. A lot of these places have some fairly simple games that you can play, and it's definitely entertaining to travel about and see what all's there, but I get the sense that the designers are just experimenting with the potential. So that about wraps up the review of Home in March of 2010. Not a lot has changed since February, but things have changed a little bit. PlayStation Home is free. Most of the environments I've shown you are free, except for the bar, which, not surprisingly, is where I ended the evening. It was fun. It was good to get together with everybody, and that's the best part of Home. And it's interesting to see what has changed from month to month. See you next time. If I can break myself away from a game of Dig Dug behind the bar, that is.